So a lot of people have the right intentions when it comes to trying to save money. When you're alone, it actually come to find out it's pretty easy. Spot the cracks. You can see where you're overspending and where things actually need some work, where they need fixing, and then you go from there. But the problem here is that we don't we don't do life alone. We live with people. Most of life happens socially. Friends, families, relationships, spouses. And that is where saving money quietly starts to really fall apart because you got your goals, and not because people are careless, but because social habits come with these spending norms that come with them. And you know what they say, birds of a feather flock together. So that's where it all starts. It starts with the people you hang out with the most, the people you're closest to, and their habits end up sinking into your habits. And it's up to us to identify that. So going just to hang out, and now you're having endless coffee runs and mall trips and all of this other stuff that these casual let's do something plans that always cost money. And it's expensive knowing people. I mean, birthdays and all of the other obligations that come up and all of that stuff. That's often when control begins to slip. So now don't start blaming all of the people in your life like it's your problem, it's your fault that I'm this way and that my finances are messed up. Just recognize the pattern, because then once you see it, you can then address it. And it's simple. It starts with communication. You talk to them all the time anyways. Just be vocal. And I like being vocal about what I want. That way people are on the same page. So what I advocate for is talking about your goals openly. This is actually a no-brainer. So your close friends and your family, like they're close to you anyways, usually, they should know what you're working towards. So then when people understand your goals, there's these two things that happen. First, it becomes easier for them to support you because they have clarity as to what it is you want and what you kind of focus on in life. And then the second thing, they end up, it's crazy, they become more considerate when making plans that might involve spending. And that financial understanding then creates this barrier before pressure even builds up or even shows up there. So when that understanding exists, because like they know, like, yeah, Joel, he's not want to go out and go blow a whole bunch of money at a casino. I might just not invite him to this. I might invite him to do something else. We could hang out at his house or something. You often don't even have to say no because they kind of work it out in their head and they understand. Like it's not weird or anything, but people already know where your head is. But if it's still not clicking, like they just don't understand, then maybe at that point having a comfortable conversation with them, something super simple, something powerful, and using the word no. Just say no a couple times. It's as simple as that. And then, like, all right, you grow this strength in the ability of saying no. And don't even think about it as like weird or it's rude. It's not awkward. It doesn't make you difficult either. Just view it as you making intentional decisions with both what you do and your spending. And they say the best way to deal with temptation isn't necessarily fighting the temptation, but it's avoiding it altogether. So if a situation constantly pushes you to spend impulsively, like you've been there a million times, you've seen this story before, it's okay to step back from it and just not participate. And a true friend, they'd understand. A loving family member, they'd understand. You may even wake them up to some of their spending norms they weren't even aware of, and then y'all both have goals to better your finances. So think of it that way. Every decision that you make is a small, small vote for the direction you're heading. And you don't need every vote to be perfect. You just need to win most of these votes. And the more you protect your environment, the easier that becomes. So that's a little idea that I got on spending because yeah, it's easy when we're zoned in. Like, all right, Joel, I created my budget. We built this together in that other video, and I have all of this stuff in place. And then like my friend wants to hang out, or my cousin wants to hang out, or my mom wants to go out, and I just don't got the money because I'm always doing stuff with them and I gotta buy a million gifts every holiday and then all the out to eat dinners and all of this stuff. It's probably worth having a conversation with your social life that moves the needle here in your financials. And then maybe just, hey, like I love y'all. I just got this goal of getting my finances in order. I'm getting a little older. I want to take control of this while I got the chance. The best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The second best time is now. I want to take that action. I'm really excited and I hope y'all support me along this journey. And then there you go. Leave it up to life and see what happens from it. And then the real ones will stick around and support you and love you and consider you for that. And then the other ones, well, you got to separate to elevate. So that's kind of some of my thinking. I'm not perfect with it by any means, but hopefully throughout this savings playlist, you got some great ideas that you can apply to your lives and hopefully help you out along this journey. So best of luck to you.